Okay, so you can make yourself comfortable sitting. If you want to sit up onto a cushion or a blanket, do. And when you're ready, you can let your hands rest on the knees and close down the eyes. And we'll take just a little time at the beginning of the practice to settle in. Become aware of your body as you sit. Start to let go of the room around you. Let go of the outside world. And focus on your body in this moment. Let your hips become heavy. And notice the connection from your feet all the way up to the hips with the earth. So each part, the foot, the leg, the hip, that connects down into the mat, down into the earth. And allow that connection to deepen. With each out breath, feel your lower body sinking down. Allow yourself to become more grounded. And now start to lengthen the spine. Reach up through the crown of the head. And create a sense of space through your upper body, a lightness in your upper body. Breathe into that space. Notice the movement of your body with your breath. As the breath flows in and out, there's a soft movement, the body expanding and relaxing with each breath. As you breathe in, your rib cage expanding outwards. As you breathe out, the rib cage releasing inwards. Watch the front of your rib cage moving with the breath, lifting up and out, and softening down and in. And then start to breathe into the sides of your ribs. And feel the sides of your ribs expanding outwards as you breathe in and releasing inwards as you breathe out. And now shift your attention to the back of the rib cage. As you breathe in, the back of the ribs expanding up and out. As you exhale, it softens down and in. And the whole rib cage moving with the breath. Visualize the entire rib cage expanding and relaxing with each breath that flows. And we'll stay with a nice, slow, calm breath. And very gently let your eyes open, your gaze coming back to the light. You're rolling the head in semicircles. The ear comes to the shoulder, chin to the chest, opposite ear to shoulder. And then you're going back the other way, chin to chest, ear to shoulder. So you're going back and forth in that semicircle at your own pace, moving with your breath, noticing how it feels in the back of the neck, that nice gentle stretch. And this time, as your ear comes to your shoulder, make a semicircle in the opposite direction. Roll your head back and around, working from side to side. And again, just noticing how that feels in the neck. We'll roll the head all the way down until the chin comes to the chest and hold it there. Take a few slow breaths. Keep your shoulders sinking down. Allow your head to be heavy. And so you get that nice long stretch in the back of the neck. And then when you're ready, start to lift the head and look up, lift the chin. Hold it here, breathe into the front body, stretching all the way along the front of the throat, down into the chest. And we'll release the head back up. Bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. Let the head hang to the right. And as you do, keep your shoulders relaxed. So you're not bringing the shoulder up to the ear. Let the shoulders sink down. And we'll take that head up and over to the other side. Left ear towards left shoulder. Shoulders stay heavy. Shoulders sink down. Use the natural weight of the head to stretch through the side of the neck. And we'll come right back up and then release the legs out in front and then circle out those feet, nice big circles. And so you loosen out the ankles and go back the opposite way as well. And then straighten out the legs, point and flex through the feet a few times. So you're stretching through the front of the leg as you point and the back of the leg as you stretch the heels away. And relax, bend the knees, plant the feet to the floor, windshield wiper the knees from right to left. We'll take it back into center, bring the soles of the feet together, well out in front for Tadasana. Reach down towards the ankles or the feet and let your head hang, let your spine round. Start to breathe into the back body. And now ease your way back up. We'll place the left hand in between the legs, the right hand just behind your hips there, and you're gently twisting to the right, looking over the right shoulder and breathing into that twist. As you breathe in, come back round to center, right hand in front, left hand behind. As you exhale, twist to the left, look over the left shoulder, breathing into the twist. When you're ready, it's an in-breath to release. We'll come forwards onto the hands and knees. You can pop your cushions or your blankets out to the side and make your way into tabletop. Wrists stacked below the shoulders, knees below the hips. And as you exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin into your chest. And as you inhale, lift your tailbone, let the belly lower. Lift your gaze to look up. Exhale, start at the tailbone, round through the spine, press the ground away, tuck the chin. Inhale as your belly lowers. Your chest draws forward and your gaze is up. Exhale to round. And inhale to release. One more time like that. Exhale, round the spine, hollow the belly, tuck the chin. Inhale as the belly lowers, the tailbone lifts, the gaze is up. Back into neutral spine, tuck your toes under, lift your knees off the floor into downward facing dog. Pedal your legs, bend and straighten. Let your hips sway. And now bend both knees as you inhale and bring them to the mat. Point the toes back. Exhale, send your hips back to your heels into child's pose. Inhale, come forwards to tabletop. Tuck your toes under. And exhale, lift into downward facing dog. Inhale to lower. Exhale, sit back to the heels. Inhale to tabletop. And exhale into downward facing dog. Do that one more time. Inhale, lower. Exhale, sit back to child's pose. Inhale as you come to tabletop. And exhale into downward facing dog. Take an in-breath, lift the right leg into the air. One leg down dog, point the toes. And as you exhale, step the right foot forward. Bend your right knee. Inhale, look forward. As you exhale, straighten the right leg just as far as you can. Fold over the shin. Do that again. Inhale, bend the knee, look forward. And exhale as you straighten. This time, bend the knee as you inhale, but lower the left knee to the mat. Release the toes. And we'll sweep those arms up overhead. Lift the gaze. Draw the low belly in. Reach the tailbone down. We bring the palms together, interlace the fingers into Kali Mudra. On an out breath, take a side bend over towards the right. And then hold it here. Take a long breath in that side bend. On your next in-breath, come back up. And with the out-breath, the hands down and behind the back. Interlace your fingers. Inhale, roll the chest open. Lift the arms away from the back. And take a long breath as you stretch the chest. Release the hands one more time. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And as you exhale, two hands come down. Step back into downward facing dog and pedal the legs. On your next in-breath, lift the left leg up for one leg down dog. Point the toes. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Bend the left knee and inhale, look forward. Exhale, straighten the left leg just as much as you can. So a gentle stretch. Inhale as you bend the knee, lift the gaze. And exhale as you straighten the knee and fold in. This time, inhale, bend the left knee, lower the right knee down, and sweep those arms up overhead. Take a few slow breaths as you lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the side ribs. Breathe into that space. And then we'll bring the hands into Kali Mudra, interlace your fingers, and with an out-breath, side bend to the left. Stretching through the right side body. A full breath in the pose. As you inhale, you're coming up. With the out-breath, the hands come behind the back. Interlace your fingers. Inhale to roll open the chest. Breathing into the front body. And with your next in-breath, the arms sweep up overhead one more time. And exhale, two hands come down. Step back into down dog. One last pedal of the legs. And then turn your toes out. Bend your knees, send your hips back like you're going into a strange variation of squat and all the way back into your down dog. So you bend the knees and then back into your down dog, squatting back towards the heels each time. The toes stay turned out, so there's no pressure in the knees. And you just go as far as you can each time. You'll take 2 more like that. Last one. And now turn your toes forward, walk your hands and your feet towards each other, fold over the legs. In Uttanasana, forward fold. Let your upper body hang from the hips. You can take a little sway of your body right to left. And then come back into the center. Let your body hang. We'll take a small bend in the knee. And with an in-breath, roll your spine up to standing. Come all the way up. Circle your arms up. And as you exhale, the hands come down in front of the chest. Breathe in, circle the arms out and up, like you're drawing a big circle. Look up. And with the out breath, those hands come back down in front of the chest. One more like that. Breathe in as the arms circle up overhead. Exhale as your hands come down. And then if you're back on your mat, come up to the front edge. And on an in-breath, both arms come up overhead. Look up. As you exhale, fold down into Uttanasana. Little bend in the knee. Inhale, look forward, halfway lift. Palms flat. Exhale, step the feet back to plank. Lower your knees. Release the toes. Come right down to lie on the belly. And we take 3 cobras. So you can give yourself a bit more space with the hands if you want. Elbows draw in by the sides, pubic plate pressing down. As you inhale, lift the chest into cobra. And as you exhale, lower back down nice and slow. Inhale, lift up. And exhale to lower down. One more time. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out to lower. As you breathe in, come to tabletop. We'll take the knees a little bit wider apart, toes together. And exhale, send the hips back into child's pose. Hold your child's pose this time. Let your forehead rest down. Breathe into the back body. And imagine sending your hips towards your heels. Slowly walk your hands back in towards you and sit back onto the heels into kneeling. If kneeling is too much, you could add some cushions in underneath you or some yoga blocks, or you could bring the legs out in front and sit cross-legged instead if you like. And we're either taking the hands into reverse prayer or folding the arms behind the back. I'm going to turn around so you can see what I'm doing. So if you're taking reverse prayer, you're going to flip the palms so that they face behind you. Bend at the elbow, bring your fingertips together. Little finger side of the hand is towards the spine. And then you slide the hands up the back. And see, can you bring your palms together? The elbows draw back, the shoulders draw back. If that strains in your wrist or your shoulder, or you can't get the hands to come, like you can stay here, but if you can't get the hands to go together at all, you can fold your arms and walk the hands out as though you're going to catch hold of opposite elbow. And you're stretching open through the front of the chest there. And we'll take just a couple of breaths, and releasing any tightness in the chest, the shoulders. And then gently release the arms. Give those shoulders a little roll out. When you're ready, lift the hips, shift the feet out to the right and sit down by the side of your heels. twist towards the left, so away from the feet. Your right hand is on your left leg, your left hand is on the floor, and you're twisting and turning to look over your left shoulder. And then breathing into that twist. As you inhale, release the twist, lift your hips, slide your feet out to the left and sit back down. So you're sitting on the opposite side of your feet now. Turn away from the feet, turn towards the right, left hand on the right leg, right hand on the floor. You're rotating through the spine and looking over the right shoulder. And then breathing into that twist. And slowly, as you inhale, release back to center. Slide the two legs out in front. Heels down, toes up. And if you want to sit up onto your cushion again, you can. Get the legs straight. And then really try to get your spine nice and tall. So that lengthening upwards. And if that feels okay, you can start to fold forward into Paschimottanasana. The hands can stay on the floor. You can walk them down a little bit further if you feel you're quite comfortable in the pose. The back of the neck stays long, so the head, neck, and the rest of the spine are all in line. And you're breathing into the back body, stretching across the lower back, stretching down into the back of the legs. Let's come up with an in-breath. Bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet together. Hold on to the ankles or the feet and lift up through the spine. And then see, could you hinge forward from the hip? And you may or may not be able to hinge at the hip. So wherever you get to, hold it. If your elbows are bending and they're resting against the inner leg, press into the elbows and you'll get a deeper stretch in the leg. And then breathe into that stretch. And coming back up. Release the legs in. Stretch them out, give them a little shake out. And we come on down to lie on the back for Shavasana. So as you come down, decide where feels comfortable to rest for the next few minutes. So you can have your knees bent or your legs straight. If your knees are bent, take your feet a little bit wider and let the knees come together in constructive rest. If your legs are out straight, give yourself some space between the feet. Let the feet roll away from one another. So the legs flop out to the sides. And then the arms can rest by the sides with the backs of the hands down. You might want to readjust your shoulders, let your shoulder blades slide down the back. Close your eyes. And take a moment to let your whole body sink into the earth. This is your time out. At the end of your practice, time for stillness, for quietness in your body, quietness in your mind, a feeling of letting go, whole body letting go. Imagine all of the muscles in your face softening, releasing. Your forehead, in the space between the eyebrows, the eyelids, cheeks, jaw, mouth, lips, in front of the throat, chest, abdomen, the back of the ribs, the lower back, down into the hips, from your hips down through the legs, all the way down to the ankles and the feet, right out to the toes, from your shoulders, through your arms, down into the wrists, the hands, the fingers. Your whole body resting now. Whole body calm and relaxed. And hold on to this feeling as you go into the end of your day. And very gently start to deepen your breath. Bring some movement to your fingers and your toes. Take a nice long stretch out through the arms and the legs. When you're ready, bring the knees in towards you. Give yourself a nice big hug. Gentle rock on your back from side to side. Roll onto your side as you open up your eyes and then ease your way back up to sitting again. As you come up to sit, we'll bring the palms together into Anjali Mudra. Bow the head, taking a moment to acknowledge yourself for being here today and offering our thanks and respects to another for allowing this practice to be possible. Namaste. Thank you so much.